plans to cancel, man. Staying on my phone like a fiend. Think I need a detox, yeah. Think I need a detox, yeah. Think I need it. Think I need it. Think I need it. Think I need it. Think I need a detox, yeah.
Ooh, I've been kinda lonely lately, making plans to cancel them. Staying on my phone like a fiend, yeah. I think I need a detox, yeah. Haven't had a sip in a minute, but I can still act a fool. But I ain't felt like dancing, nah. I should've known better.
Get in here, we gotta start the show.
I've been working on myself, and it's wow. Coming over age like kombucha.
Technology. Jesus.
It's a hell of a thing.
We need to get that stream deck back over here.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther. Coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We've got a phenomenal show for you here on episode number 99. We have got Washed Up Rookie and Milky Beatz in the building. Y'all want to say hey?
What's up, y'all?
So glad to have y'all here, ready to talk about all the things you've got going on. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, everybody. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Tim.
And we are
The Funky Panther!
Ha! You already know what it is, baby. Another but illustrious guest here on the Funky Panther. If I've said it once, I'll say it again. Only the finest here on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so excited to have y'all on. I feel like it's been like a long time coming, but so excited to have y'all on. How you been?
Good.
Yeah? Good?
Yeah, no, we're excited to be on.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Absolutely. So a lot of times when we start off, we get started off with some like, what we did this past week. And so, Milky Beatz, why don't you start? What did you do this past week?
I was hustling fireworks.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. I think I saw that on Instagram.
Yeah. Trying to sell fireworks through a burn ban.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not the easiest thing to do.
Just snakes and sparklers, right?
That's right.
Just snakes and sparklers.
Just hold on to it until, the band's gone.
No, what's the thing from Joe Dirt where, he was like, you got
any what is it, whiskey?
Twizzle sticks?
Where's the
Twizzle
shit?
whiskey diskers or whatever. And
Oh, yeah, the whisker do's and whisker don'ts.
I just had to watch that like for the first time because
What?
Tamiflu, my girlfriend's like, we need to watch Joe Dirt, and I'm like, I'm not going to watch Joe Dirt.
that is a 4th of July movie, I
Joe
think.
Dirte,
I think
but
that's perfect. for
it
that.
ended up being really good.
You'd
I'm
never seen it before?
I'd never seen it.
Jesus, dude.
Man.
Oh, man.
And I was just giving y'all shit for not seeing Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Well,
you mean like the MTV one?
Yeah,
yeah,
that
I don't
one.
think I'm going
Is that
to.
Michael J. Fox?
Michael J. Fox, yeah, from the
I
80s.
thought it was with Jason Bateman.
No, Michael
No?
J. Fox, man, pre-Parkinson's.
Oh, come on, man.
I mean, it's true.
Well, yeah, I guess, but yeah,
Is Jason Bateman that old?
he is.
No.
Dude, he's like in his 45, 50 range.
Yeah, but he's
Because
not.
I think of him like Freaks and Geeks era.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for
Was
sure.
that Jason Bateman? No,
Yes.
that's Jason Segel.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Jason Segel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No,
Is it
yeah,
Siegel
God,
or
it's-
Seagal?
It's Segel. I
Segel?
think.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know him. You know what? I know him personally. Let's
All
give
right,
him a
man.
call.
All right. Anyways,
We're nailing the start of this one.
so Milky was dealing. He was dealing some fireworks. Mr. Rookie,
Yeah.
Mr. Rookie, what you had going on?
I wasn't really feeling all the festivities. I kind of laid low, hit out. I think I watched a couple gangster movies.
Oh, really?
The Departed.
Oh, okay.
that's a
Is that
good
your
one.
favorite
That's
one?
a good one.
Oh man, nah, I gotta go Goodfellas.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
good. That's really good because in the range of like everyone's like Godfather, 1, 2, Casino, Goodfellas. You got your. Well, I was
Nothing
gonna-
beats that opening scene in Goodfellas.
Oh,
Pop the
absolutely.
trunk and just whatever. First time I saw, it, I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck am I getting myself into?"
Also, the lighting in that, where the red lights hitting him in the
Yeah.
face.
dude, yeah.
That's
Classic.
absolutely.
Sorry, that was a spoiler.
We'll get to. That's going to be one of the. one of the questions. We'll get to that. It's going to be a good one.
We'll get to it.
But yeah, man. So just all weekend gangster movies, or
Gangster movies and guitar. Yeah,
Nice.
good, man.
I laid low and hit away. Hit
Hey.
out. Yeah. AC.
with 4th of July, yeah, it's kind of toasty. With 4th of July, I love celebrating it, but there are times like this time where it's like on a Monday and you really don't want to do much. So like yesterday, just laid low, had breakfast with my mom and just chilled out.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. And I guess that's another thing about getting old. You enjoy more and not doing anything.
Yeah, man. I don't need what I used to need.
No, just
sure.
just relax and keep it chill and get ready for that other week.
In the chat, apparently Jason Bateman was in Teen Wolf 2.
Oh, okay. He's in his 50s. Yeah, I figured. He is an old man.
Bateman's like Paul Rudd, though. He wears it well.
He absolutely does.
Just doesn't age.
Does not. He's a handsome man.
But Paul Rudd was like, he was voted like sexiest man alive or whatever, and his wife was making fun of him for it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the best. That's funny.
You're sexiest man, but you can't have your dick hard enough for now.
You do know them, huh?
I feel like there's some like projection there, man.
Right?
Hey,
What the hell, man?
No, shit.
Tim, what did you do this past weekend?
Oh, you know what I did? Well, okay,
Some of
look.
it. I wasn't with you the whole time.
I mean, I worked, and then, man, all right. Have you ever had to blow in insulation in the house?
Gross.
I have not.
All right. It sucks, man. Especially in the middle of summer, you're up in the attic trying to like blow like fucking insulation.
20
in there.
guys.
Yeah, blow 20 guys in the attic. It gets really hot up there, sweaty, real steamy.
And sticky, too.
Yeah, very sticky. But yeah, so that's what I was doing this Saturday. I blew in about 20. Blew in about 20 bags of 25-pound bags of insulation up there. But then we hit it pretty hard on Saturday night, went to Hot Fusion.
Oh yeah.
Saw our buddy Zeus is back in town from Egypt, so we got to see him play.
Hang out with a bunch of friends.
Yeah, catch up.
Yeah.
And then of course Sunday. I mean, if y'all were on our Instagram, you know exactly what we were doing.
Hot glizzy summer 2022. Yeah, it was a good time. So our buddies Jesus and Crystal got in Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
And they landed. They apparently there was this huge mix up at the London Heathrow Airport. I don't know if y'all heard about this, but apparently like there's this. I don't know if it was like a computer malfunction or if they just didn't have the workers.
I think the system broke. I heard it broke. Like it just stopped working.
And so they showed pictures and video. No, it was like the entire airport. London Heathrow, yeah.
Wow.
So like they showed this one room of just like luggage. It was just like an entire huge room, like the size of a house, just full of luggage. And so they didn't have their luggage. He didn't have his guitar, which he was performing on Saturday. So he's like, all right, well, I kind of need this. And so they finally got their luggage. But yeah, so Thursday they come in and they didn't have anything with them. And so we all just met up at, what was it, Railhead?
Railhead, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I went to the studio, hang out with y'all for a little bit, which was awesome, by the way. We'll get into that. But then I left there to go see them because they had just landed and we went to Railhead and had some beers, which led to the Rabbit Hole and a couple more beers. And then Friday, what did we do Friday? We do anything Friday?
Man, I don't remember.
Oh, I hung out with Jordan
and
the Yardbirds a little bit on 7th. And then Saturday, we talked about that. Sunday, the July 4th party. That was a good time.
Yeah.
That was a really good time. Did y'all have fun?
It was a good turnout.
We did.
It was a really good turnout. Andrew from Fort Worth Roots, Robin from Corkston Cowtown, and Jordan from Forever Reckless, and Lance from Emo Otaku podcast.
Yeah.
So it was a good show of friends and new friends. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a really good time. It was a great weekend, but I'm with you. Yesterday, I didn't leave the house. I didn't leave the house once. I got up and I was like, I had this whole list of shit that I was going to do because I'm moving, and I did zero of those things. I literally just like.
I mean, I say I didn't leave the house. We went over to my parents. My mom, she grilled some burgers and stuff, so we just hung out over there. Just kept it kind of low key.
Yeah,
nothing too fancy.
I just had leftover glizzies from Sunday. Yeah,
there was a lot left over.
So many glizzies.
There were, and that's about it. That's all I did yesterday. It was awesome. What about you, Javier?
Same thing.
Yeah,
I did all that and hung out with y'all, and that was it.
Nice.
It was a great weekend.
Cool.
We had a good time.
So a couple things on group update. Number one, July 15th, a week and a half from now, July 15th, we're going to have our TFP 100, our 100th episode at the Panther Island Brewing. Make sure you come on out. We're going to have some merch for sale. We're going to be there. A lot of our friends and family are going to be there. A lot of friends that have been on the show before are going to be there. So please, please, please make sure you make it out. 7:00 on the 15th of July, Panther Island Brewing. It's going to be a great time. If anything, just come on in and hang out for a little bit.
We're gonna have a DJ.
We are going to have DJ Leslie Nava in the building, which she's phenomenal. And she also has a batch of the Cinco Sentidos that we talked about whenever Megan from Tricks of the Trade and Glenn from Teenies was on about a month or so ago. They're releasing a new batch of Cinco Sentidos, and you can get that, I believe it was next Tuesday, she said, for Industry Night at both of those locations.
Yeah, so for those watching live, it works out for you. Those watching or listening to the podcast later on, probably not so much. Sorry about that.
It's next Tuesday.
I'm talking about like later on.
Oh, later,
Yeah.
later.
Like
yeah.
2 years down the road, this episode's not going to age well.
Yeah, for sure. It's fine. Everything's going to be fine. Something else that's coming up, though. On July 22nd, George Clinton is going to be performing at Wild Acre Live.
P-Funk.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And so just like with Lupe, just like with Gucci Mane, we're going to have another contest for 2 free tickets for the George Clinton concert on July 22nd.
I mean, it's a contest for a concert, right?
It's a contest it's a concert contest.
Whoever has the best George Clinton costume wins.
No, that's not what we're doing. So check us out on Instagram at the Funky Panther. We'll start that tomorrow, and that'll run for about a week. All you have to do is tag some friends for each entry, like, and make sure that you're following us and Fortress Presents. What can you say about George Clinton? Because you're a fan.
Yeah, I mean, he's like one of the pioneers of funk, and dude's got some wild ass hair.
I do know he said retirement can go funk itself.
Yeah,
So
he's been at it since the '60s. That dude has not stopped.
Yeah, I do. So I do have some things here. Apparently, he became the soundtrack for rap movement for artists such as MC Hammer, LL Cool J, Snoop Doggy Dogg, depending heavily on the infectious groove of Clinton Productions as the foundation of their recordings. I mean, he's received a Grammy. He's done all sorts of stuff. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a really fun.
Probably
it's
the
funk
first
music,
yeah,
right?
yeah, it's funk music. Yeah, probably the first time he's going to be here in Funky Town. So
yeah,
which I mean. The
That'd be a fun
namesake,
time.
you got to be here, right?
So please make sure you check us out at the Funky Panther. We'll start that contest tomorrow on the, what is today, the 5th? On the 6th for about a week. So check us out.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome.
All right. Is that all?
That's all the group update. I'm done.
That was
I did
really
it.
short.
And,
That's, they're normally longer.
Do you have?
We got 2 whole guests.
I know.
We got
Do you have any? Do you have any sports or nothing?
Baseball's happening. That's
Baseball's happening. All right. All right.
Sports.
And there's just nothing going on. We're in that dry period where there's no sports.
Yeah.
There's really no F1's going on.
Yeah.
And it's actually gotten an uptick. We talked about this the other day, that F1's becoming more popular.
That show that documentary
Netflix.
they did on Netflix really.
Have you been into F1?
Because of the show, that's what kind of drew me into it. It was like, oh shit, this is actually more
So-
dramatic than you can see on, Sundays.
That's crazy.
I heard that just by watching it alone, like not even you don't even have to like the sport, like auto racing or anything like that. It's just a cinematic like masterpiece. Watching some of these cut scenes and how they filmed it and all that stuff, the music score behind it. So,
Rookie, what are you into, like sport wise?
I grew up
Anything?
playing baseball, man.
Yeah?
That was my first love. I don't really pay attention to it much these days. I like the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all fun to watch. I mean, I don't keep track with baseball until like the playoffs start happening, or if we do anything good. So I mean,
Like every couple of years, I'll get back into it
Yeah.
hard, and then it'll fade away, and then a couple of years.
it's kind of like that with people in soccer. I mean, I see you're a Man City. You love Man City, and I'm into Man U, but we haven't really done diggity nothing.
You got Ronaldo. And
Not for
that
long.
meant nothing.
It was horrible. What a waste of his years. But yeah, no. There's nothing. We're in that dry period where there's no sports. It's just
all right, cool.
F1 and
Then
Milky, you're into sports cards and stuff, right?
I am.
Did you get any F1 cards? Because those started blowing up for a little bit there too. No?
I didn't.
Okay.
I got a couple like just random like base cards. My brother is like, he's big into F1. He has been for
Okay.
years. So I got him some of those, but no.
Got it. Okay.
You
That
get
stuff
me
I was priced out fast.
about
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut.
Joey, oh yeah, the Glizzy King.
What's up with that, man? We're still doing that? That is wild.
dude, that's
How
never
does
going to
that-
end. That's
Bro,
never,
that is a sport. Why
that
didn't you
is a
talk about
sport
that?
thing. Whoops. That is
How does that
It is such a
How,
weird
man? How?
situation.
He did say, he eats all that, but whenever he sweats, like the smell comes up. Play my music. Play the music for the Glizzy, Glizzy King. That's my sports music. No.
and now action sports with Javier.
Talk about them glizzies.
Hey man, so Joey Chestnut wins his 15th mustard belt. He's a 15-time world champion.
Mustard belt.
For and there was controversy in the hot dog eating the Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest. Well, like it just became a quick sports update.
What do you mean controversy?
He had nothing. Now he's got a whole story.
You know the story of the people that were protesting during the NBA playoffs?
Yeah.
The same protesters did this with the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Contest. They marched onto the stage.
Oh, I saw this.
And as a matter of fact, Joey Chestnut got one of the guys in the Darth Vader mask in a chokehold and then threw him on the ground. It was really magnetic. And also,
they just kept eating him. He was just like,
what do you do?
Him
You
over,
can't stop.
And they just kept eating. I was like, holy shit.
He was on Glizzy number 17.
He's got a mouthful of hot dogs.
Yes, he did.
Kicking ass.
He had like
my
2
God.
hot dogs. Like
America! Fuck yeah!
He needs
Didn't he have a
security,
broken
man.
leg or something too?
He didn't need security. He was security.
Where's Joey Chestnut's security, man?
Good Lord.
I know. There's like 100 people on that stage. I don't know why he
Is
had
this
to
the
take
same
them
people
out.
that were like gluing themselves to the floor or
Yes,
whatever?
yeah.
Really?
You know what? But you're absolutely right. He don't need no security. He's Joey Chestnut. He's got like Glizzy power
He
flowing through
just
him.
sends them out, man, like fucking Spider-Man. That's just hot dogs.
It's like a long ass Glizzy coming out of his damn arm. Hits him in the eye.
He makes him faint because all the hot dogs smelling water out of his sweat. You know what I mean? Just like, oh.
So I'm honestly, I'm so glad you brought that up because I completely forgot about that. Did you know? I don't know if this was just last year, but they have a lemonade chugging contest
yeah.
for this also. What? And it's maybe like about a jug this big. Like it's got to be over a gallon of like lemonade.
I say we enter in it, boys.
The guy that wins, he was a big dude. He
Big
was
old
a big
boy.
dude. And he's just put that thing down.
I think you and Zeus could probably.
I don't know. It's like at least a full gallon. It is a lot of liquid.
He looked like a big ass bear. He did.
Yeah, he did.
But it's crazy though that these guys, they're just gluttons for punishment.
He looked like the guy from Better Call Saul.
Which guy?
Right?
Yeah, he was the comedian guy.
Yeah,
you talking
yeah,
about Hugh?
Huel.
Yeah. Hugh Babineau. Hugh Babineau?
Yeah.
that guy's funny, man.
Yeah.
When they were laying on that money, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But also Wimbledon is going on right now. So there was controversy with what's his name? I forgot. He's an Australian player. I saw an interview where they were talking about etiquette in Wimbledon. He's like, you're supposed to wear white shoes, and you came in with a red cap and red trainers,
And they're getting pissed off about that?
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's like,
come on.
No, I love my red Jordans. I'm going to wear my red Jordans, and nobody's going to stop me. It's like, so what? Why are you? You think you're higher than the rules? He's like, no, but I love wearing what I'm wearing. He's like, you're going to get called out by the refs next time. He's like, I'm going to tell you right now, the refs are going to get onto you and they're going to talk to you about it. He's like, that's fine. I'll just wear my triple white trainers next time. And he said, you do you, champion, which I guess champion in Australia is like a slur. It's like, being a smart ass to somebody. It's like, oh, way to go. All right, champ. So I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, Glizzy Fest.
All right.
Good stuff.
And that was Action Sports with Javier. Thank you, Javier.
Meow.
All right, let's get into this.
All right. And now it's time for news with Tim. Take it away, Tim.
Oh, I'm going to take it away. I'm going to take away your privileges there.
No, you're not.
All right, so a couple things going on. 4th of July.
Yeah? What
Sorry,
about
I need
it?
to get my phone so I can see this picture. 4th of July happened, right?
Yes.
And we're in a burn ban. So did you see that, like, pretty much like all of Fort Worth decided to burn itself down?
Yeah, there's a lot of people pissed off about that.
Yeah, so the whole levee where they shoot the 4th of July fireworks show caught on fire.
Did y'all see pictures or video of that?
Oh yeah,
It was nuts.
the fire's going. There's more fireworks.
Yeah,
going
yeah.
off.
This will just take care of itself, right?
All right, so are y'all familiar with Bud Kennedy? He's a...
Are you saying Butt Kennedy?
Yeah, might as well. I think he's an ass. So he's like one of the most antagonistic, I think, opinion piece writers on the Fort Worth Star-Telegram.
Yeah.
I really don't like the guy. So he posted this on Facebook. He said the Fort Worth 4th fireworks show is canceled, and so should be the careers of everybody who let it go on.
Damn.
I mean, the dude's an asshole. Like, he really is. He talks shit about all sorts of stuff and, like, says all that, nonsense. Who cares? They were able to put the fires out. It was just a levee. It wasn't like it swept through the city and burned down a bunch of people's houses.
It wasn't like it was like the World Trade Center or anything.
Whoa.
Come on.
What? It's been 20 years.
You got a point, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything important, right?
Which, by the way, I've been reading a lot and listening to a lot of books on 9/11. It's very interesting.
You back on that cycle again?
I am. I'm reading a very interesting book about the lucky people that actually survived it. So it's a really sad story, but very telling.
I mean, so like someone shot off fireworks over by my house and it caught the levee over there on fire too. So,
did it really?
Oh yeah. So I mean, like
People are going to be pissed regardless.
Right.
If they had it and they canceled it, or if it had it and
Yeah.
had fires, or if they canceled it and didn't have it
Didn't
at all,
have it, yeah.
people are going to be pissed regardless.
Yeah.
So Milky is pro fireworks. Rookie, are you pro firework?
Not this year, man.
No?
Nah, I wasn't feeling it.
No, it's honestly, it's been a very dry season. So, I mean, it's been very.
Well, and there's a lot of stuff going on, in the nation and everything else. Like,
why are we celebrating?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we really?
Oh, yeah.
Do we really feel like?
No. We're celebrating men's rights.
Nothing like celebrating your freedom here in America by Roe versus Wade.
Not you, women.
Yeah. So
I know that's pretty controversial. Too.
absolutely terrible. So I get it. Like, a lot of people were just not really feeling it this year, which understandably. But I think Bud Kennedy needs to take it down a notch. Like he basically saying, like, I want everybody to die, that was involved with it. Okay, maybe not.
I don't think he said.
All right, maybe not as extreme.
Jesus, man.
He was canceled or fired.
He wanted them to lose their job. Whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
not dead. What the hell?
Yeah. So,
In other news,
all right.
Y'all need to get him on the show.
We do, man.
$10 says I can, and $100 says you don't tell him that he sucks. To
Yeah,
his
dude.
face.
$100.
Mr. Kennedy, you suck. Okay, now moving
Thanks
on.
for sitting. We'll just like kick it
Just
off.
open it up.
with instead of like this. We got a great episode. This one's gonna be shit. We got Bud Kennedy. Nothing but awful guests here on the Funky Panther.
Ambush reporting.
Now get the fuck out. No. That'd be.
How much money are you gonna give me for that?
I'll give you $50.
It's funny because we're
I'd
literally
do-
just teeing y'all up for what we're about to say to you.
I would do it for less, man. $20. All right. So Vice News reported that this guy. So he tried this app that's supposed to make you trip.
What?
Yeah. So there's an app on your phone that's supposed to make you trip, and he says it was surprisingly good.
It's like moving shapes and objects. I'm sure.
So it has to do with light. It's called Illuminate, and this is kind of like a thing that's been age old. Like, they've tried this and it actually works. All the way back into I think the early 20th century, late 19th century, where they took an object that had like various patterns, put it behind light, and let it spin. You close your eyes.
A kaleidoscope.
It's supposed to give you but the lights. No, you have your eyes closed, but the light hitting your eyes is supposed to give you like these intense visuals.
Oh, interesting.
So this guy apparently made a smartphone app that's called Illuminate. I'm gonna give it a shot. They say it's supposed to get you that kind of like psychedelic feeling. I don't know how true it is, but thought I'd give it a shot. I think we all should. We
I'd give it a
all
go.
should download that and try it. Not on maybe on the air. I don't know. Just not tonight. All right, and just to finish everything off, we kind of talked about this before the show started, but Radio Shack tweets. I don't know if the audience has looked at the Radio Shack Twitter right now, but they've gotten kind of wild.
What do you mean wild?
So let me get into this. So I've got 17 funniest tweets that's happened over like the past week.
I think it's been a week.
Yeah. All right, so Radio Shack intern here. I wanted to take a second to reflect on my post. I know you expected me to say, in my wildest dreams, I never thought that tweet would go viral, and to apologize, but I did because I know that shit was fire AF. No, we didn't get hacked, and no, I'm not fired. Buckle up, bitch.
What?
Yeah. So these are like the top funniest tweets so far. Taking the second half of an edible after feeling nothing after the first half is always a bad idea. This chocolate bar got me out here fighting for my life. This is one of my personal favorites here. I'm going to go ahead and apologize to any of my family that's listening. If you find a squirter, marry her.
Holy shit! Radio Shack.
Yeah, Radio Shack's.
I didn't
Radio
know you
Shack's-
had it in you.
They're out there wilding right now.
Damn.
So he goes on to explain where Radio Shack got its name. So the Radio Shack is derived from me shacking up with your mom and playing the radio real loud, so the neighbors couldn't hear us playing full contact rugby in bed.
So these are real tweets.
These are real tweets
from a verified
Radio Shack account. Yeah,
Shit.
Are these tweets still up?
yeah, they're still up. Sometimes I just feel like
Did you?
Well, whenever he mentioned crypto, I'm like, let me see how much it is. But yeah, no, it's everything. They're
Oh, yeah.
viral right now.
Oh my
sometimes I just feel like I should do more coke with @Elon Musk.
This is what
Wow.
Radio Shack said.
Wow.
Yeah, Radio Shack. Inflation has been really hard apparently on everyone. Old business plan. Politely sell HDMI cards to customers. New business plan. Snapping necks and cashing checks, bitches. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go. We got two more.
Gold.
In all seriousness, it's all about rechargeables. The same amount of batteries to keep your mom's vibrator powered was a response to how many batteries does it take to keep your account running. And then someone asked, RS, as in Radio Shack, is out of business, right? His response, only thing we out is fucks to give. So Radio Shack has gone. Radio Shack's gone completely viral. So this company called Rev bought Radio Shack. They also bought Steinmart, Pier 1, and a few other companies. And they're
probably pennies. They probably spent $1.
But their whole thing is they're wanting to do is that they want to bring back these nostalgic companies in some way, shape, or form. And so what they're doing with Radio Shack is they developed a cryptocurrency that is, I think it's what $sign Radio Shack or something like that.
So Radio Shack itself is a crypto.
Radio Shack is a cryptocurrency now.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's $sign radio is what it is, and it's basically worthless. It has no value. But what they're trying to do is create this viral campaign with Twitter, and so far,
obviously, it's working,
dude. It's working.
Damn, that's some good shit.
Fucking verified account that's doing that. And I don't know if y'all caught a viral video that was going on here locally, but if you check out our Instagram, there's a wonderful viral video about glizzy dogs.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to know, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, a glizzy is a hot dog. It was originally a slang term for a gun in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, but according to Hip Hop DX, it became a nickname for hot dogs because the length of the barbecue staple is similar to the extended clip of a gun.
So the whole reason we were talking about glizzies was because of the Martin House thing that's
Glizzy,
coming up here pretty
Glizzy
soon.
Fest, yeah.
On the 16th, they're going to have this big Glizzy Fest with their hot dog flavored water seltzer, which is going to be nutty, right?
It's a hard
But then we just talked a lot about glizzies on the last episode, and then people were talking shit about how much glizzy talk we had.
So
Like, how many times did
people
you
were
say
upset.
glizzy?
a bunch, but so of course, what do? We've got to be,
Make a video.
yeah, we got to take it up a notch, right?
Who was upset? Was it Vanyo that was upset?
There was
No.
a handful of people that are like, I wish y'all would stop saying glizzy.
Can you please
so
stop
much.
saying glizzy?
Yeah, I mean, they
And
were.
then Tim kicks it off with a new song that has glizzy instead
Have
of.
you heard the song "Fuck the Pain Away" by Peaches?
Yeah.
So I took that and I just cut out like instead of sucking on my titties,
glizzy.
yeah, sucking on my glizzy, and we just threw that in there and just
Gold.
put in as much glizzy
Just
as we
straight
could.
gold.
Because I mean, you're gonna, why not, right? Why not? So
It didn't hit an algorithm, but it still got over 2,500 views. Like,
Yeah.
it was just from like reshares. Milky, you shared it. Appreciate you.
yeah, so we got some serious. I mean, that's I think that's Fort Worth local viral.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's close enough.
yeah, and
Today, Fort Worth. Tomorrow, China.
that was news with me.
They don't have social media.
Yeah, they own TikTok.
No, China does, yeah. North Korea doesn't have social media. They have their own social media, but
I think it's called Letters.
Well, China
Yeah.
doesn't have like Facebook.
They don't
Instagram.
have-
They just have TikTok. I think.
yeah, I think so too. And WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, hey guys, now it's y'all's turn.
Yeah,
hi.
y'all made it through the nonsense of our first half of the show, and now we're going to get into what is a washed up rookie in Milky Beatz.
So something we do when we first have guests on the show is we do a little something called the Funky Five. It is 5 semi-rapid fire questions. They're kind of local related, but we'll just ask you just like 5 questions. The first thing that comes to your head, just kind of spout it off. I mean, if you've got a story, go ahead and tell the story. But we'll just kind of go back and forth. We'll start up with rookie and then Milky. Sound good?
Groovy.
All right. Question number 1. What is your favorite Fort Worth restaurant?
Oh, right now it's Pizza Verde, the vegan pizza spot.
Ooh,
Landon opened
Pizza
up.
Verde. Yeah, I heard about that. Where's
Yeah.
that at?
It's over off Camp Bowie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's solid.
It's right by the taco spot too, right?
Fresco's taco spot?
No. They moved mariachis, right? It's over there, kind of by
Yeah,
mariachis.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, on that part of Camp Bowie.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of good food in that little area right there.
I've heard it was great, and I haven't tried it
It's
yet.
super solid.
Yeah.
They got that Szechuan. What's your favorite pie over there? I don't want to call it a pizza because they call it a pie.
Oh man, they got this one with the bacon and Brussels sprouts, some sort of like glaze on top. Yeah,
But it's a
That
it's
sounds
a vegan.
delicious.
It's all vegan.
It's
It's
vegan
all-
bacon.
yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, with some mozzarella, all vegan.
damn.
It's,
Ooh, that
it's
sounds
good,
good.
man.
I do love a good broccoli and Brussels sprout combo. You really can't go bad
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that. What's the sauce base on it? Or is it just
No, it's just mozzarella, maybe olive oil. I cannot recall.
man, my mouth's watering. Just
All right,
thinking
we'll
about
have to
it.
try
And
that.
then the owner is half a Cotinga.
Oh, really? You're right.
Oh, okay.
Mando.
Tammy knows him.
Yeah.
My girlfriend Tammy knows him.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
We need to go. She actually told me to go. We need to go check it
Yeah,
out.
so we need to check it out.
raspberries. Now I feel like a horrible.
Add it to the
human.
list.
me up.
We have I got a list running now of all the places that I have not been that people have mentioned on the show. And
Yeah,
so
give
I'm
them
gonna
some
add that
love,
to the
man.
list.
It's solid, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Milky Beatz, your turn. Favorite Fort Worth restaurant?
Panther City Barbecue.
Okay.
Hands down.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh man, we went opposites.
Yeah. You go vegan. He goes hardcore carnivore right there.
That's why it works.
I guess
Yeah.
honorable mention would be Wabi House.
Oh yeah, Wabi
yeah.
goes hard too. Their bone
Wabi's
marrow is
great.
delicious. and so is the ramen. We tried to go over there the other week, but it's just packed line to the gills out
Yeah,
the
I've
door.
been there in a while
It's
because of
crazy.
that.
Yeah, it's wild. So yeah, that's a really great choice too.
All right, question number 2. Favorite Fort Worth drinking spot? Doesn't have to be alcohol. It could be coffee. It could be anything.
Or boba.
Man.
Boba?
Kombucha. I mean, I don't know.
Like kombucha.
Oh shit! I gotta go. I gotta go Tulips. I like Nickel City, man. I don't drink like I used to, but yeah, Tulips. I mean, that's my go-to.
Okay.
You know?
Tulips is a cool spot. We like that place too.
Yeah.
They do coffee over there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big fan.
All right, what about you?
Or one
Dries.
or cherry.
Or
Yeah.
cherry?
Oh, over
cherry.
there on Magnolia.
Magnolia.
Yeah, that's Jonathan's wife's spot, right?
Yeah, Catherine.
What's her?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I gotta
Yeah.
remember their names.
Yeah,
I'm bad with that. Sorry.
Mr. Milky.
I would say Dries or really any of the breweries. If I had to pick a brewery, Hop Fusion.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Dries is really good too. What's her name? Jada runs a tight ship over there, and she's doing great work.
Yeah. Super sweet.
Jada and Jason over there at Tulips are just doing great things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And then
Jason's
Gusto's in the back of Hotel Dry. Y'all been there yet?
Yes, Gusto's slaps.
Yeah,
Some
man.
good burger.
That's my boy's spot. He was telling me about that idea like a year ago.
Oh, really?
And then to see it come to fruition, like it's just a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Kind of tucked away back there on the patio. Order your burger. Go back. Drink your drink, and yeah, it was good burger.
I
They
don't
stay
want
busy too.
I don't want to spill the beans yet, but we're like in a couple weeks after this project's released. I think we're going to do a little rookie burger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's vegan.
Oh,
It's going to be a Dries
Spoiler.
Is
exclusive.
it gonna be vegan based?
Yeah, it's
So
gonna-
are you vegan like all the way or?
Nah, let's say like 90%. I'll
90%?
still consume a little dairy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. I think it's important to have like a good mix, or one way or the other, right? But like if you have a good mix, like I've tried to do like a few days a week, like no meat.
Yeah.
I didn't succeed for very long, but it's nice to be able to say like, oh, there's plenty of things you can make without meat. You don't have to have meat in everything.
I honestly think I could switch to full vegetarian. I don't think I'd go
cheese.
vegan because I like cheese and stuff like that. And I mean, even though there's some good alternatives, but I could definitely go like probably full vegetarian.
Yeah.
Well, I heard HG Supply
easily.
has a really good nut-based queso. That's
Yeah.
like one of the best in town. So
nice nut cheese.
nut cheese.
Oh man!
Well, hold on there, Butter.
All right, so you can be biased to yourself on this one if you want to, or you can shout out somebody else. But favorite local musician?
Favorite local musician? All right, there's a couple. Who we digging?
Oh man,
Wow, there's too many to list.
You each have
no.
your own decisions.
yeah, you're not one person. Y'all are two separate people.
That's right.
I get it. Y'all spend time with each other probably a lot, but
Oh man, my dude Aiden Trammell,
Okay.
young cat. I love that guy. Some indie pop, indie rock. There's a lot right
that
now.
name sounds
Did
familiar.
he play with you at your show at Tulips last year? Or no?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Him,
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds really familiar.
Him, Rex, and Lil Sick. Yeah,
Okay, there
that
you
was
go.
a
Yeah.
solid night.
Rex is.
Yeah.
He's a pro.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played at Arts Goggle too. Yeah.
Godbolt. Yeah.
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 Okay.
We missed their show, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We had to see our friend Zeus perform on Saturday. But Godbold, who else was there? Junior.
Junior, yeah.
And then Ernie was they
Ernie
were all
closed
over at
it out.
Mass.
Yeah.
Already closed it out, right? Yeah.
And
No, he went on before Godbolt.
I think
it looked like
I
it
thought
was a hell of a
Golf closed
show.
it.
The people that we know that were there said it was an awesome
Yeah,
show.
I was up there. It was
Oh, were
solid,
you?
man. Yeah, it was cool. Good
Nice.
show.
Well, you didn't mention that. We were talking about what we did over the weekend.
Oh, shit.
God damn it, rookie.
Hey, nobody yells at rookie.
I'm sorry. I'm
No
sorry.
negative vibes here, brother.
Yeah. All right.
Nothing like that.
Milky, so you what about you, local artists? I mean, he named off a couple. I mean, are you following the same suit, or do you got somebody else that's
Can I go with Willie Nelson?
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, you
he,
can go
he
with
was
Willie.
and he was just here.
He was just here. Yeah, Jordan went to see him
Yeah.
at
Saturday?
the Outlaw.
over at Starplex. Well, okay.
Dos Equis
whatever.
slash-
Dude, I don't even know, man.
/ whatever name.
It's
is.
changed
Charlie
names.
Crockett was there, too.
Yeah, Charlie Crockett and Willie Nelson was there. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really disappointed in social media. I saw more pictures of Charlie Crockett than Willie. And it's like, it was
Okay.
a sad day. I'm like, was this Charlie Crockett's thing or was this Willie's thing? 'Cause
Listen, you got to give the man his roses. Willie's not going to be here for too long.
It's like whenever Post Malone had Ozzy, and people were like, "Man, it's so cool that like Post gave him a shot." You know, this. I'm like, gave him a shot. What?
the hell?
Yeah.
All right.
It's like people now listening to Metallica because of Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean,
The Kate Bush shit.
that too. How do you feel about that?
I mean, my cousin was like, "Oh man, I love this song." I'm like, "Bro, you weren't even alive when this, I wasn't even alive when this song came out."
It's a good song though, but
But I mean, like even with nostalgic stuff coming out with music, and they're like now they're. I think they said that she's made 2.3 million off of like the plays now that have been coming out since that new season.
I'm sure.
of Stranger Things.
Damn, I think it's
badass.
beautiful. I think it's fucking beautiful, right? Like,
same thing happened with what's it called? When that dude went viral on that man drinking the ocean spray.
oh,
On
yeah.
TikTok.
Dreams.
What was it? Dreams, yeah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it shot them back up in the charts.
But you're right because it's introducing a new generation to your
Right.
music.
Yeah, man.
And
yeah.
it probably. I mean, again, like I wasn't born at that time whenever it came out.
Don't gatekeep.
I mean,
Right.
Exactly,
Yeah.
man. Like that. What's the point? Come on, we're on this shit together. Let's enjoy this song. It's a dope
Yeah.
song, right? It's a dope show. Like cool.
just
It
love it.
sounds a little bit Weekend inspired to me. I don't know. Kate Bush might have pulled some.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea who Kate Bush was. I didn't even know she was an actual. I didn't know she was an artist. Like this, it's weird.
And off the rails from the Funky Five. This is what happens sometimes. But
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna move on to favorite podcast. It doesn't have to be ours. Just a podcast in general. If you listen to them, I don't know if you do. But what would be a favorite pod?
Oh, my favorite podcast. I listen to some murder shit.
Yeah.
Bill Simmons back in the day quite a bit.
Did you get on that true crime kick?
I did.
Yeah.
Man. I fell right into it. Yeah.
Did you know there's one here in Fort Worth? I just found this out like a week or two ago.
Gone cold. Yeah.
There's another one?
Oh,
I don't
what?
know if it's Texas based.
which one are you talking about?
It's called like All Crime No Cattle or something like that, and they're like Fort Worth based.
Oh, wow.
They've got like 90 something episodes,
damn
or
it.
something like that for like
Rob and I, we're gonna do Corpse in Cowtown.
Corpse in Cowtown. Yeah,
We're talking about it, doing like a limited series of just like talking about some murder shit that's happened here.
So, Rookie, is there multiple like murder podcasts? Like, what are the ones that you're into?
This one called Sword and Scale. It's like every episode.
Everybody talks about
Yeah,
Sword
it's
and
good. It's
Scale.
solid. It's solid. Yeah.
But how about like a long term? Have you listened to like Serial?
I
or-
did. I listened to Serial. Yeah, I mean that first season of Serial was like the game changer for
Yeah, you're right.
podcasts,
You're right.
Oh,
it,
yeah.
kicked, it kicked everything off.
Like, oh, this can be this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think? Do you think he did it? Adnan?
I can't even remember that case.
Well, it's still. I mean, he's still put away, right?
Yeah, he is.
Even after all this time.
Yeah. What about you? Got any podcasts or anything that you listen to?
I listen to Sports Card Nonsense.
Okay.
I follow them. Yeah, I listen to them every now and then.
Yeah,
It's pretty
Other than
interesting.
that, I listen to you guys, and thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for the invites. Really, those are really good guys. Yeah.
They're a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, we
don't
know.
care for them.
They're a bunch of fucking pricks. No, I'm kidding. No, they're.
You know what those guys are? Was the Australian thing? What's
They're
the
champions.
Champions.
Champions. Yeah, they're
A
champions.
bunch of champions over there at TFTI.
Do you champion? No,
Great-
they're
great
great
champs.
guys. They're great guys, and so are so is Osos Golosos and everyone. We got a good tight knit
Yeah.
podcast community.
I'm excited about being on.
Have
Osos
y'all
this
actually
week.
have y'all ever thought about making a podcast? Like just a music podcast, or just like in general anything, any type of.
I mean, I've bounced the idea around.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would go music because I don't really like talking to artists that much. Personally. it's like we can work in the studio, but
Because that's your
it's like
job.
no, like I think that it'd be cool to like interview like some of like the OG like engineers and producers, like the OGs, not like
Yeah.
these new kids coming up, but like the guys that define the sounds of like what we're making now.
That we're in there like with real tape, splicing it together.
Are you
doing all
talking
that
about
stuff.
like maybe like somebody? I don't know why this is blanking on me because I love like music producers. Like fuck, like Pete Rock used to do like great stuff, and who else? I'm dying right now. Give me some of your favorite. Both of y'all, give me some of your favorite artists or favorite
artists. Well,
producers.
my favorite producer is why am I having a brain fart?
See, that's what
Ruben, it's in the room today.
Oh, Rick Rubin's A1.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, Rick Rubin for sure. But man,
Jay Dilla's been like obviously Jay Dilla is like on the top of a lot of people's lists.
Alan Parsons. That's
Alan
what I'm trying to think of.
Parsons,
Yeah,
okay.
so he produced a lot of like the Pink Floyd
Yeah.
stuff. And
Oh, yeah.
he was an old Abbey Road engineer, so I'm sure he had his hand on some Beatles and things like that. But he definitely defined a lot of the sound that
Yeah.
these new hip hop artists are trying to hit, like with the
Right.
chorus effects and
Yeah.
he wasn't doing auto tune then, but a lot of that delay and crazy shit.
Some mild psychedelia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I guess now everything's. I don't know how like people produce music now. Like, what's the style that people use?
Well, I mean, they use a lot of plugins and stuff, right? I mean,
It's all that old shit, just digital.
yeah. Like there's still a few places that are trying to keep like the analog stuff alive. Because I mean, everybody's got this thought process that analog sounds better or whatever. But it's funny, like I think you can emulate it pretty well, and I bet you probably can't tell a difference. I mean, some people probably could, but man, I think it'd be hard pressed to with some of the stuff they got out now. But
There's the romanticization aspect, right? So that's something we've talked about. It's like, I mean, we're kind of a hybrid sound, so we're kind of figuring, all right, well, let's hit it from both these angles. We'll hit up like Cloudland recording or Nile City, like, and then come with an idea, and then maybe get put it to analog, whatever it might be, right? Like make hybrid.
I like the idea though to be able to take like. I can take my guitar, plug in, and have like my choice of whatever amp and head combo, and be like, I want to sound like I want a Marshall amp, and I want like whatever cab I want to do. I want the microphone to be this particular one. Stuff that like it'd be so unattainable for us because of the amount of money you'd have to spend in order just to get some of this stuff and be able to emulate that. It's pretty badass.
Or the time in the studio to swap that shit.
Right.
Oh, you want a different head? Like we're midway through this now.
Yeah.
It's going to take us 20 minutes to
even
swap it out.
Get in those rooms is expensive.
And then you start thinking about just that, and then the fact of like whenever they start having to do takes after takes after takes and having to rewind that tape and then like cut it and splice it. Dude, there's so much time and effort that's in there that you can now do so much on digital and still get. I mean, you can do a tape delay and still get some of that slap back that sounds like a legit tape delay or whatever. But there's also that romantic feeling of like I'm manipulating analog to get my sound, which is pretty cool.
They both have their merits, like all the way, for sure. For us to just hop in the studio though and just like create out of nothing is a little easier this way.
Yeah, I'm
Just get
sure.
right to it.
All right, we got to finish this off.
Last question.
And this dragged on forever because we got really into it. And it's cool, but all right,
It's good shit.
you got to think back of like pre-streaming services, right? Before you had Netflix, before you had any of that stuff. You're flipping through like the TV guide on like DirecTV, or you're just flipping channels, and you come across that one movie that you're like, yep, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch it. I don't care where it's at in the movie. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna sit down and watch that. What movie is that?
Shit, that's a great question. Oh man, what is that movie? Forrest Gump is too easy, and I've seen it too many times. It's like Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. I never have to listen to that song again.
Yeah.
That's the second time we've had somebody say.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
It's too easy though.
Forrest Gump is too easy. What would the movie be? Come back to me.
All right, you got one.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
for real, man.
Yeah.
I was flipping through Hulu, and that was on there. I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna watch that today."
Yeah. Billy Madison was on at my mom's house. I think we were setting up on Sunday or something like that. And I sat down and I got really caught into it. I was like, oh shit, I got things to do.
Yeah, Jesse
It's so good.
calls me up while I'm at home, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm watching Billy Madison. She's like, "You're so stupid." She hates that like era of what's his face, Adam Sandler. Yeah, like she likes some of his more like serious movies that he did. That was kind of funny.
You mean like Uncut Gems and
Jams?
Uncut Jams,
Uncut
baby.
Gems?
Yeah,
And like Rain Over Me or
or
something.
no, like Spanglish or
was good.
yeah.
Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah,
Oh,
Punch
yeah, that
Drunk
was a
Love,
great
yeah.
movie too.
Great movie.
That's one of them cult movies.
Did y'all see the new one on Netflix?
I love that one.
I
Hustle.
did too, man. I
Holy
fucking loved
shit.
it, dude. I was like
Yeah.
ready to go after that. Like that was a feel good fucking movie.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
That's what we needed, right? Like
Yeah. Agreed.
There's a bad guy that you hate because I mean, luckily he got himself out of that situation. I don't want to spoil
Hey,
anything.
don't spoil it. I don't think I've
From
seen
the
it yet.
situation he
It's
was
so
in
good.
to where he got himself after. It was just perfect, and like the acting, and then to get real NBA players to get involved.
Okay,
all
I'm
the
gonna have to
players
watch
were
it.
old
Shut
NBA
up,
players.
shut up, shut up.
I mean,
shut up,
it's a really
shut
good,
up.
serious
All right.
movie for Adam Sandler.
Cool.
He
It's
does a
solid,
phenomenal
yeah.
job.
Say
And
less.
also,
I'm gonna
he
watch it.
loves basketball.
Yeah.
He's got a stipulation in every movie he does that he has to have a basketball court.
The dude's
he's
and he's actually
filming.
he's actually a good ball handler too.
Oh, yeah.
like
I
I've seen
believe it.
some videos like behind the scenes stuff, and he's just yeah, very talented at it. I wouldn't think.
I mean, you've seen him play basketball in
Yeah.
The Longest Yard. You've
Yeah.
seen him play it in Grown Ups. This new one.
That and he's got a good drive too. He can still do the Happy Gilmore drive. He did it for like their 20th.
That wasn't a real thing.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, he legit did it. He did it for like the 20th. He did like for like the 20th anniversary or whatever. He filmed I think it was 20th. He filmed a video of him running up and doing the Happy Gilmore drive. It's just smacked the shit out of it.
I'm very glad you brought that up, Ricky. That was real. And that wasn't your choice though. That's not your.
No.
That's not
It's not Rookie's choice.
Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. What were we talking about? Adam Sandler.
That was Milky. Milky said that.
Milky said that.
I said Forrest Gump. Yeah. What was? I don't even. That thing you do.
That thing you do. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that one. I kind of feel the same way. If it's on, I'll just sit there and watch it.
Tom Hanks projects. Period.
I was gonna say, so is Tom Hanks the same A&R in that as he is in Elvis?
Wow, you're right. He is right. It's based off of that same fucking. I was gonna say Colonel Homer.
I haven't
from
seen
The
it.
Simpsons.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't either. I just know that.
Have you seen the previews?
Yeah, I saw the preview.
Dude, yeah.
It looks like it's gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be good.
I hope it's gonna be good.
Let's just say Tom Hanks projects. Period. I mean, Castaway is one of the ones that I feel like I can. If it's on, I got to sit and watch it. Or if I'm like watching Saving Private Ryan, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
too.
he may be that dude. Yeah,
He's the Jimmy Stewart of our generation.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah.
I mean, Philadelphia, Road to Perdition, Big
Terminal.
The Terminal was a
Good fucking movie. Based on that's actually based on a true story.
Is it?
Yeah, the guy didn't he ended up living in the terminal for a long time and finally got sick and had to leave.
The cool thing about that Elvis movie, though, it's a Baz Luhrmann movie. So
that's what initially got me interested in it. Like, okay, this is gonna be wild.
So have you seen? How do you feel about Romeo and Juliet?
All right, last movie question. Continue.
I'm sorry, jeez.
Oh, to solidify the Tom Hanks "Catch Me If You Can."
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, there you go.
Knock.
Love it.
Fucking classic.
Yeah.
That What year was that? Like 96?
I think 97, 98, something like that.
It's late 90s.
That was
wacky, bro. It's cool
absolutely.
as hell. Yeah.
It still holds up.
Yeah, it's wild.
You got a
dude.
young DiCaprio.
Yeah, the costume
It's like
design, dude.
Three
it's
Ninjas
so
does not hold
fucking
up these
cool,
days.
bro. Yeah.
That's a movie that does not hold up anymore.
Fuck
Three
you,
Ninjas,
dude.
right? But Tom Hanks can do Catch Me If I Can, and that holds up. That holds up
Yeah.
today. Three Ninjas, not so much.
You know who needs to recreate Three Ninjas? The Glizzy Boys. That's who needs to recreate. We'd be killer fucking ninjas for sure.
Man.
Robert Rodriguez directed.
It's going to be Spy Kids-esque Three Ninjas with grown-ass men.
What was the chubby kid's name in that one?
Tum Tum.
Tum
Tum Tum.
Yeah, Rocky.
I'll Tum Tum it up.
All right.
Rocky Colt and Tum Tum, man. Me and my brother always got into fights on who's who. Like, it's like, I want to be Colt. Or,
Man.
Colt's the pipe layer, right?
Okay. Was that what you were thinking back then? Like,
Holy shit,
I was-
dude.
but
Is that what you're still thinking?
which one of these are laying down the
I
pipe?
found myself more of a Tum Tum because I was a chubby boy. So I would eat like fucking gummy. You know what? I was eating fucking candy because from that damn movie, Tum Tum would like stuff his mouth with candy. And I'm like, I want to do this now.
Oh my gosh.
Just like with Mighty Ducks, I wanted to learn.
All right. We have completed
Enough of
the
that.
Funky Five.
Thank you.
Congratulations, gentlemen. You did it.
You made it through.
Somehow we got the fuck through the end of the tunnel.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I get into a tangent
Hit us
whenever,
with the kids.
you know.
Hit us with the kids.
Man, hang on. I don't
Hit
have
us with the kids.
I don't even have it up yet, man.
Well,
all right.
sounds about right.
Rocky
There we
loves
go.
Emily. Rocky loves Emily.
We're done with it. We're done with it.
All right. So let's get into you guys, right? So let's talk about your story, where you're from, starting with you, Mr. Washed Up Rookie.
Where you from? What got you into music? Like your whole backstory.
Look, I want you to
In
tell
30 seconds, as quick as you can.
Tell me the story of whenever you were in the first grade. No.
From Johnson County, Cleveland. Yeah. Got into music. I think it had to have been because like Blink-182 and those bands, right? I just wanted to play the guitar. Started doing that with some buddies,
Yeah.
and then it just kind of never stopped, and it just like morphing into other aspects. Spent my early 20s playing in like rock and roll bands. Just kept allowing myself to venture into other avenues and shit, and like never stopped.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah, and you can hear that in your sound.
Yeah. No, I mean that's kind of where I've always been, right? Like if I'm into something, well, I just want to scope it out. I want to experiment.
Yeah.
Same thing with like not eating meat for these past couple of years. I'm just getting to know myself more, right?
Right.
Like, so that's where I'm at, man. We'll see where it goes. I really like where I'm at right now with this shit with Milk and
This shit.
yeah.
Shit right here.
This shit right here, man. Yeah.
And like, where did you come up from?
I grew up in Everman.
Everman, okay.
Yes, my music background is from band.
Yeah.
I was a percussionist.
Were you? Okay.
Yeah. The way that I got into beats was actually, are y'all familiar with DJ Lazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Joe. So DJ Lazy was also percussion with me. And
No shit. Okay.
he showed me that there was a program that you could do this shit on a computer. And once I found out people were able to make money and do all that with it, I'm like, I'm going to fuck with this for a while. And just kind of went with that.
It's been going pretty damn good here.
Yeah. So,
It wasn't Cool Edit Pro, was it?
It was Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops. Yeah.
Fruity Loops.
Yeah. We fucked with Cool Edit Pro back in the day.
Because we could get it free off LimeWire.
So that's what we would record with. So like, you would make your beat in Fruity Loops, and then you would record in Cool Edit Pro.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Which it became what, Adobe
Adobe Audition.
Yeah, Audition. Yeah.
Yeah. It still is Adobe
Yeah.
Audition.
Yeah.
What, Cool Edit Pro?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
I
a lot
didn't
of
connect
a lot of
those
radio
dots.
stations use Audition like to do their cuts and everything. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm. It was funny. Like, so Ben Ryan posted a picture one time. He's messing with stuff. I was like, it actually looked like a nicer version of Cool Edit Pro. And I was like, is that cool? He's like, no, it's Adobe Audition, but it used to be. I was like, man, that's pretty cool.
That's funny.
So you're band nerd, right? Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
just
I was really like, we could go with the band nerd thing, but I feel like
He was like, I was
being
percussion. I
like
wasn't a
percussion and
nerd.
drum
Yeah.
line. but
Yeah, it's a different.
You
it's
like
a,
distance yourself from that a little bit.
it's a
but
different vibe. Yeah.
Did you ever
at the
play the
same
xylophone,
time,
though?
like, oh yeah. I mean,
Okay, a little bit of a
man,
nerd
but that
then.
shit's fun. Like, the timpani's my favorite instrument. Like,
So Chad and I both we were in high school band.
oh yeah.
Take a guess what we played. Just take a guess.
With penises.
No, in band, Javier.
what do I look like I played?
Tuba.
Man, you're right.
Holy shit. What the?
Smack dab right on there. Yeah, I played tuba. What about,
Interesting.
What about this guy?
I would say either like clarinet or trumpet.
Wow.
Man, pretty spot on. He actually played the flute.
The flute.
No.
Yeah. No, I
Skin
played,
flutes.
He was a flautist?
I played trumpet. Never clarinet. No.
No, not clarinet.
No.
Dude, that's wild, man. Had me pegged. Had me pegged.
Interesting.
It's because I'm a weird
Well
dude.
done.
It's a mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, has to be.
So let's go back to how your music has evolved a little bit, because Javier and I were talking about this earlier today, actually. So listening back to some of the stuff that you put out like a year or two ago, right? Like Sorry and Good Luck, right? And then how that one's very rock, almost, I don't know, very Maroon 5 almost feel, right? And then you've got some others that are very Black Keys feel, and then some other that. What did you say? You had a reminder of
Glass Animals.
Glass
kinda
Animals
had like a sound of Glass Animals in there, and I fucking loved it. It's just, of course, back we were just listening to your recent stuff, but we didn't going back on Bandcamp and listening to the other EPs he had out. Man, it's just like that's like how I love hearing your sound evolve, and how you were saying that you started out with rock and now you're like experimenting and you're still trying out new stuff. So it's very cool to just see that progression. And it's like, you don't know what you're going to go back to, if you're going to go back to it or not, but it's everything is working and it all sounds like amazing.
Yeah.
I just love the fucking feel of it.
Damn, man. Yeah, no, that means a lot. It's all still a part of me. Like everything I've ever done is right. It's all accumulated.
But you go from like that stuff, and then like listen to like your set at South by Southwest when we were there, and just that, like, I mean, it's just a vibe, man. It just had that like processed vocals. I ended up picking your brain. I was like, how do y'all do that? You'll run it through the computer and then out and all that stuff. And like, you just have that sound, and then you hear it on like. You hear it on the on MP3 files or whatever, and then it translates so well over into the live set, which I thought was amazing to be able to like take that really processed sound and then expand on it like that. But it's so different than your some of your early stuff, but you still get those little influences and the little bits and pieces from where you come, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's still. It's my art, right? It's still an extension of myself. It's just kind of evolving into these different these different places. So I'm just tuning in and listening to myself and like digging on my interests. That's something that me and Milt connected early on, is we have like this vast library of what we can what we want to listen to at any given moment. So it's just like this full ass, like,
and you draw like
fucking
influences
machine.
like from all that stuff, and then just kind of like, you know what, it's not like you're wanting to sound like anything in particular. You want to sound like Washed Up Rookie, right? That's like what you want, but you draw influences from like what you're putting into you, right?
Sure. I mean, don't we all?
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
so like, what are you listening to right now?
Oh, what am I? Yesterday was Casey Musgraves and the new Drake. Right.
Okay.
I'm all over the map.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on people saying that if you're with one genre, you should stick to it? Like, what do you think about the people that kind of like say that, or against like people switching? Like, you know, you had
Almost like typecasting.
kind of
you.
like with Drake,
Like the
he
new
was
Drake
singing-
album.
like
People
with
talking
Drake, like
shit.
switching your style up, and people that are like against it. I myself haven't listened to the new Drake album all the way, but I don't understand the hate where people are like, this is not Drake. Why'd he come out with this? Like,
Yeah.
well, how do you feel about people that kind of feel that way?
From the artist standpoint, it's like, let me do what I'm doing, right? Like, if you trust me, at least give it a go. If not, if it's not your thing, that's cool too. But I'm not gonna like box myself in
No, there's
For
not
the-
just one art.
for the sake of like what it's supposed to be.
Right. And who's to say you won't go back to some of those other stuff? You know what I mean? Like, it's all kind of a ride, right?
Yeah, I mean, sonically it doesn't sound the same, but like I said, it's still in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fully against people thinking that you could just stick. You have your one genre, you stick to that.
Well, I mean, like Kendrick is stuck with rap, but like all his albums they come off so different whenever you hear them. I mean, his latest album is completely opposite, in my opinion, than like Swimming Pools or
Even
know,
Kanye.
yeah.
Kanye did the same
gonna
thing
say-
with the 808s.
Kanye changes himself, it seems like, for every album. So.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I think it keeps you like
Old
it,
school.
it keeps you fresh, and it keeps like it doesn't, that way you're not stagnant. I think like, so I look at like the Smashing Pumpkins. For a long time they had the same sound, right? From like Gish to Siamese Dream to all that, they had these like similar sounds, and then their last album they released to me was not the typical Pumpkins, other than Billy Corgan's vocals, which he's never going to lose that, right? But it's just a different thing. And I think if you get stagnant and you listen to that, you have that same sound over, a decade's worth of music, then that's what everybody expects. And then whenever you release something that's not that, they're like, nah, this ain't it, right? So I think just keeping it fresh and changing up, and not necessarily just changing your sound, but just like, I want to do something a little bit different. It keeps you from being stagnant.
Yeah, you want to come from an inspired place as opposed to an uninspired place, right?
Right.
So then that's keeping it fresh, and that's trying shit out.
So where did the name Washed Up Rookie come from?
Shit, man, it's something I came up with in my 20s. I was sitting on it for a while. I was living in San Marcos. I wrote it down, and I was like, I'm going to use that.
Like, I'm going to come back to this.
I'm going to use that.
Nice.
And then, yeah, it just worked its way into being used, and I've stuck with it. Rookie.
That's great.
Yeah.
What about Milky Beatz? Where'd that come from?
So I don't even really remember at this point. It's been that way forever. Probably stems from like the old school hip hop song, like what is it? Two times. I don't know, like the milk is chilling.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What more can I say?
Top billing. That's the name of the song. Yeah. Yeah. I would say probably something like that.
Damn.
Like,
I want that.
Nice.
He's going by soy milk now.
Soy Milky Beatz. When did y'all meet? Like, decide to start doing music together?
like COVID.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was bugging him for probably like a few months prior. Like, send me some shit. I want to remix something. And then the timing was right for us just to connect and make something out instead of doing remixes. So,
Right. What was some of the first songs that y'all put out together?
Sorry and Good Luck was the first.
Oh, was it? Mm-hmm. That's a great song. It is a very great, like, upbeat, feel-good song, and you perform it really well too. Like, it is one of my top 3 3, I think, for sure. But great song. That's the whole reason, I'll be honest with you. We went to that Tulip show. I had never heard you like live before, and I'm pretty sure you packed the fuck out of Tulips. Like that was a big show. I mean, I felt like it was a huge show.
I was blown away, man. Yeah, it was like one of the first big nights post-COVID. He was like itching to get out. It's like,
yeah,
well, come here, please come here. Yeah,
and you had new music, and it was just, I don't know, it was fun, and it was a great night. I remember that night just being absolutely amazing, and the music being fantastic too, and also the musicians that were playing before you were all really good too, like you mentioned before, right? But yeah, it was a fun night. But yeah, big fan of that song for sure.
Yeah, thank you. That one's like super poppy. Yeah, I was telling him like, hey, let's see what some pop can do. He's
being fun with Chad's being modest. Like he could not stop fucking talking about you.
I talked everyone else into coming with me to the show.
Yeah, you did. And it was seriously. And I looking back and I remember he's like, bro, you should have fucking been there. Like I don't know what the fuck you were doing, but you need to fucking listen to his music. And it was just like he was very adamant.
Danny came up from out of town because he lives down in New Braunfels. He came up for the show.
That's incredible.
Stark and his wife were there. Like it was a great show.
That's
it was fun.
Incredible. Yeah.
That was like the one time I went out.
Oh yeah.
And he rarely does.
Never
shit.
goes out.
He never does.
I don't venture out much.
That was my biggest regret. I got there late, and I was so pissed because he's like, "You fucked up, man. Like you fucked up not being here on time." I try to be fashionably late, and I do regret not being there early enough. I'm sorry. I do that a lot lately.
Nah, man, we're still sitting on a bunch of shit from the early days, and he'll send them over to me sometime. Like if he tweaks them, I'm like, oh, dude, it just, I'm like, I don't want to release it. I mean, I'm down to release it, but like I'm always like, nah, I got something else in mind.
Right.
Yeah, I would say easily we've got probably a project or more just of stuff that probably nobody will ever hear. If you catch our live show, we throw like a lot of stuff in the live show that you'll never hear streaming wise.
So you're saying that y'all need to be hacked in order for us to listen to music?
Yeah,
we need to get radio
we actually have a lot. We have a lot of Russians that listen to us. They might jump in on that bandwagon.
So look, what's stopping you though? Is there little things you're nitpicking at, like that you're just?
I mean, I think that it's just like whenever you're first starting to work, you're trying to find that groove of like what is it that we're really trying to do here, and I mean, we flushed out a bunch of songs. I mean, they're really great songs, but it's like as soon as we did that, it's like no, we figured out what we're trying to do, and it's nothing the same. So it would be like what y'all were saying, like it throws people off if we were to show you this is what we've been doing, but then like, oh yeah, it's auto-tune and it's way different now.
Yeah, it's like Milk. We can release this song, man, but first I have to change every single word and melody.
it's kind of like
but then we're good.
It's like what on the group chat, on the live chat, Chase the Dice says, no famous artist is stuck to their lane. You can do that after you're famous, but not before. But before it's harder to build a solid fan base. So I guess, it kind of makes sense.
Oh,
I want to stick to that sound.
No, that's fair.
Now, when it comes to venues in Fort Worth, like after COVID, a lot more started popping up. Tulips is a great venue. What do you think about the future of like what we have going on here in the city?
It seems to be like booming. It's popping off, right? Yeah. Like Dickie's is killing it. Like what else? That new Lola's. I haven't checked it out, man. I'm interested in it. We're gonna play a show there.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Any dates yet? Planned
late August.
Okay.
Awesome.
Working on the bill. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you're here for that.
Yeah, please.
Oh, yeah. So I'll be in Egypt from the 5th through the 19th, but I'll be back if it's the end of August for sure.
Perfect,
I can't wait.
Cool.
No, it's on the 19th.
Yeah, probably. Fuck me, right?
You gotta just, I'm sorry, cancel your trip, man.
Yeah, no big deal. I already canceled this once for South by, which I did see you at South by, so kind of canceled it for you. No, but yeah, that was such a fun weekend being down there for South by. It was a great weekend.
Oh yeah, South by was
your
awesome.
performance was awesome. Tell us a little bit about the new project that you're working on. So is it like an album, EP? I don't always know. It's like how many songs? I know that 3 are out so far.
And it comes out this
this Friday. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's an EP, I guess.
Does it matter? I don't know. People put labels on it. Does it really matter?
It's a 15-minute listen.
Okay.
We recommend that you listen to it from start to finish. Yeah. Like it kind of goes. It has a theme to it.
Then why the hell did you release 3 already?
Actually, yeah, they got 3, and it's like it's 2, 4, and 6. I think.
So it was a strategy that was suggested to us. Like it was going to be I think it's 6 songs on the project. So
Okay.
we added an extra because it made it 7, which then classifies it as being an album.
Got it.
Which then means that you can pit, like, if it's, you want to have your album up well before the release day. So that whole time it's just sitting there in a server somewhere waiting to go out. If you do 7 songs, you make it an album, then you can submit more than 2 songs or something like that to the Spotify playlisting. And so it just made it to where we could drag out the life cycle of the project.
So there's
2 or 3 months instead of
a method to your madness. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just sort of like getting slightly better odds at getting on them.
trying to play
playlist.
algorithm games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all shooting dice.
It's how it is now, though, right?
It is very
it's-
much for upcoming artists. You get slapped on the wrist for what a lot of people used to do was like, you would pay to get on a playlist and that would kind of boost you in the algorithm. And then you would get thrown into other playlists based off of, this 1 or 2 that you paid to get on. And now if they even catch you doing that, it's, they start cutting you from
Really?
Wow.
getting money,
Really?
ghost
So
you.
they want
Yeah.
it to be. They want it to be as organic as possible, or
Right.
at
You know,
least as
Industry artists are doing it just as much as these indie
Yeah.
artists. So it's one of those things. It's like, it's still a rigged game.
yeah, for sure. Oh,
Just
if you got the money,
if you get caught, then
Yeah.
just don't get caught.
Get
Right?
like blacklisted or something. Is there a black music blacklist?
I mean, I'm not up to the hierarchy to be able to
Yeah,
see
I don't
such
know,
lists.
man. I don't
I'm probably
know.
on a couple of them. So
I don't know, Mr. Barry. Go hey, where do I sign? I don't know.
my guy Connor over at Thurston Company, we work with him a lot, and he told me that like 60,000 songs are uploaded to Spotify daily.
Jesus.
Holy crap. Yeah,
So
I believe that.
I don't
Yeah.
even know what to feel. Right? Like that's
Man,
How do you compete with numbers like that? It's just
Dude,
like
I mean-
nonstop.
Well, there's
Yeah.
such easy avenues now to put out your stuff, right? I mean, independent artists are getting, it's a blessing and a curse. It's like getting your music
Yeah.
out for the public to listen to, but then now you're going to, like you said, I didn't know there was like 60,000
That's a
songs coming
lot,
out.
man. That is a
Huge amount.
fuck ton of songs.
you
every
got to
day.
hit that viral moment.
Dude, it feels like that now, dude, which
Yeah.
is just like, I mean, it is.
There's an artist on that I found on TikTok named Dury that I just came across, and I was like, man, they're really good. And then all of a sudden, it just hit that algorithm, and then now they're blown up, and they're doing a countrywide tour, and people know their name. Post Malone's another grand
Tim said that because he wanted you to know that
Yeah.
he knew them before they
No,
were big. Did
yeah,
you catch
I'm-
that? Did
I'm-
everyone catch that?
I'm gatekeeping here. Yeah. No, but like White Iverson, whenever he released that, and then just like overnight, let's just hit that algorithm. That's what's got to happen, man.
SoundCloud
It's
days, yeah.
unfortunate, but I mean,
it really does feel that way, brother. Like, what are the other options now, right? Unless you have a fuck ton of money,
Right.
You got to get lucky,
right.
get that
Money
radio
network.
play.
You just can't put out like Daddy's Money. You put you like fucking Rebecca Black Friday. And now it's like
Shit.
one of the worst one-hit wonders.
But
of
then
all
she's
time.
like touring.
It did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, it
Come
did.
on.
Yeah,
It did its job.
even that wasn't even like I don't know.
I still
It
post
worked.
Rebecca Black memes on Fridays.
Yeah,
I bet you
Why
do.
not?
hell yeah.
So let's talk about the new project again.
All right,
God.
let's go.
Sorry.
All right. So what can you tell us about the new project that comes out this Friday on the, what is that? The 9th? 8th?
Yeah.
8th.
6 songs plus a 7th song, which is a remix.
Okay.
It's called Attachment Issues. It's mostly about. Are we diving into like lyrical content?
Yeah, let's
like
do it.
down
Let's
the-
get in there.
All right, yeah. So it's I was writing it towards the end of a relationship, but it wasn't quite over yet. So it was like in flux, right? So you're just hanging on, even though you both know it should probably be over. Like, are you wasting time? What are we doing here? So yeah, that's sort of the basis as far as content. Yeah.
Right.
With writing it, how did you have like a method doing it? Like Bon Iver, like how you said, it's kind of like towards the end of a relationship, like for Emma forever ago was
Yeah.
kind of like that. Locked himself in a cabin and wrote it.
No, there were no cabins involved. As far as like each song, sort of how we work, man. And then it's on this project too. So he's either cooking something up and he's sending it to me, and I'm obsessing over the melody and the lyrics, and hearing if there's any guitar, or I'm like creating something on the guitar, a melody, and sending it to him, right? So that's what we've been working with a lot. It's like this true
ping pong of ideas.
hive mind. Yeah, like
hive mind. Nice.
like
So when I was in the studio last week, so you were playing. I'm assuming that was a beat you recently made or something, right? Or you've
like
had
10
for a
minutes
while.
before you walked in.
Oh no shit! So he's put it on repeat. So you feel that, right? He's trying to get the vibe, you're trying to understand, and then you were writing to it, right?
Yeah, that was just on the spot, which we love to do, man. It's fun, like we were talking about earlier, that just hop in there and he'll get something he's working on, or maybe he even cooks it up in 10 minutes. Hear something, he'll step away. I'll have the auto-tune mic set up, and I'll just like hit something. Like maybe I have a lyric in my phone that I've been thinking about, and I'll tap into that, and then we'll just kind of build it from the ground up.
Some of it you may love, some of it you may not like so much, but you're just kind of figuring it out together, right?
Yeah,
and like taking pieces from it.
Yeah.
Do you ever like be in the car or whatever, and you're like something pops in your head, so you grab your phone and you start like humming a lyric or humming something into like the voice recorder or whatever?
Oh, dude,
You got like a whole like
at least once a day. Whether that's in my notes, I got to write a lyric down, a line, see a fucking billboard, I like the word, whatever it might be, or melodies, lyrics. I am constantly got that shit ready to roll.
That's good.
What about you? You sit there like all of a sudden a beat pops in your head and you start tapping it, or no? You just sit down and you're like fresh mind, open mind. Let's see what I come up
Are
with.
you more of like a builder? Like you're building upon one thing? Or
I mean, I just wait till I hear a sound that I like and then just go from there. You know, it could be a drum starting, it could be a sound, it could be a melody or something. It's just
it's super cool watching him work, because I know whenever he's like tapped into something, it's like, all right, I'm step
sit back, let him do
So
his thing.
are you grabbing samples? Are you like
it depends. Like I love loops. I'm not even gonna stray away from that. I mean, it just makes my job so much easier. I mean, I could play. I've played for 10 years, making my own melodies and all that. It's like it's played out. Like there's so many people that are way better than me at creating these sounds. If I can just take these sounds and make a song in 10 minutes out of what they've made, then awesome. You know.
What's your favorite sample?
Oh man, if we're talking like samples, probably Summertime.
Nice, yeah.
I love that. That one, and the Ski Beats, Jay-Z, why can't I think of it? Yeah, but those two samples, like the way that the beats were made with those samples, I don't know why I can't think of what Jay-Z song it is with Ski Beats. It's like classic, like original Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Do y'all listen to Jay-Z?
Is it like a feeling it, like kind of?
It's not feeling it. I'm feeling it. No, I didn't want to say it might even be before that.
Because that was that Reasonable Doubt? Feeling it was in Reasonable Doubt.
No, I've got to.
I feel like y'all two though. I feel like y'all two, like the way y'all were saying it, like with Milky, like it's like Timbaland with a beat, like a Dirt Off Your Shoulders, and then a Rookie's like Jay-Z, like coming up with the lyrics off the top of his head, and it's like kind of like that miracle thing that I can kill this in 10 minutes. It's from what it sounds like. I think that's like the thing you love.
Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents.
Oh, of course.
Yes, that is. I love that fucking sample, man.
Yeah.
Jesus. 1 and 2, and then was it Nas with the. What song was that from? That Nas.
Quit doing this. Quit doing that.
Dead fucking presidents to represent.
Yep. Get money.
Yeah.
You were like mid question with Rookie over here. Just get to that.
Sorry, said dead president.
I did. It wasn't me. It wasn't Javi. It was me. I interrupted.
So the euphoria you feel whenever it just comes to you, and then you're just like, let's get in there. Let's like just drop it down. Like, how does that? What's the feeling like?
Oh man, like whenever we're both on to our respective things, it's like, this is it. Let's build this one, right? Because I hear about people having like to pick between 60 songs for an album. You know, that's not me really. I know pretty early on if I'm like fucking with it or not. And so the ones I'm fucking with, we're gonna work on those a little more, right?
Right.
And the ones he doesn't, we just perform, and you don't ever get to hear.
It's like the tracks that people need to sneak in like recorders to get that going.
I like that concept though, because like you might like the music that I release, but you haven't heard it all, and you got to come to the show to hear that.
Oh yeah. So we talked about lyrically, right? Kind of where the new album stems from, but like, what kind of style would you say is like the music? Because it is different than what you've done before, a lot of, right? So what would you say? Is there a style to it? Like, what kind of feel would you put to it?
Man, that's like the question. I can't even answer really.
I mean, I don't know if you saw our IG post. Like, it doesn't sound like anybody can really put a pin onto what the style is.
Yeah.
Some call it R&B. That some say it's pop. Some say it's too auto-tune. I don't know.
I don't think it's too auto-tune.
I don't really know like where it falls into, like, you know, is it hip hop? Is it? It's pop music to us.
It could be its own
you know?
thing.
Exactly.
And
right?
it is.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's how this shit works.
You got to ask T-Pain if it's too auto-tuned. That's the person who knows.
Yeah.
Well, actually, T-Pain, longtime listener, go ahead and hit us up on our Instagram, T-Pain, at the Funky Panther. We appreciate you.
Fort Worth's way safer than Deep Ellum.
Absolutely, baby.
Come to Dickey's Arena.
You should have come here.
man.
Yeah,
At least come to Tulips or Mass or something. You could probably get sold out there.
Ooh.
I will tell you, I'm very much looking forward to it, listening to start to end, right? Like you mentioned, because the 3 are out there right now. But so far, you know, if I had to put a pin on somewhat the feeling, because I'm not going to pinpoint the type of music, right? But the feeling I get when I'm listening to it was like when The Weeknd first came out with the House of Balloons, like back in the day, like the feeling that I got listening to from that album start to end, like it was just like that. I don't know. You feel something with that. And I feel like the same way with this album so far. Right. And I just, that was one of my favorite. I'll be honest. I'm not saying this is I mean, it's a great album, but House of Balloons is like my favorite album of all damn time. Like I just absolutely love some of his original work. And like Tim, I was a fan before he was big. You know what I mean? No.
You were, man.
Side question. What are y'all's favorite albums of all time?
Oh,
Of all time.
jeez.
Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd.
That's a good one.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Pet Sounds, man.
Okay.
Nice. Beach Boys.
Yeah,
Nice.
that album is wild.
I love how crazy and off the wall, like your music taste is everywhere.
It is, man. Like,
I love it.
I'm just gonna dive in wherever.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Yeah. And, you know, it comes through in your stuff, but like, you don't see that a lot where people really do like just a little bit of everything. Like, are you like country?
I like a little country, man.
Dude likes everything.
Yeah, like I said,
awesome.
man, I'm like, the more I get to know myself, I'm just like done with fucking boxes. What is a box?
Yeah.
Man?
Yeah, for sure. I love that. Very much looking forward to the new album coming out. Like again, I'm looking forward to listen to it all the way through. Y'all sent some of the songs, but like I still had to like stop it and then go to the next one.
Yeah.
I'm just like ready to like sit there, eyes shut, listen to it while I'm doing something or not doing anything, and then listen start to beginning or beginning to end. So really looking forward to that. What is y'all's favorite song on this album?
The intro's kind of dope. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the intro a lot.
Okay. The one that hasn't come out yet?
I mean, I'm really torn because I just feel like the whole album all flows. Kombucha. I really like Kombucha.
Very good song. Yeah.
Yeah, that one just has a lot of meaning to it to me.
Yeah, it
Like,
does.
Yeah.
That one's very much like I've noticed that. I mean, the relationship stuff that comes through. So it's like some mentals, right? Thinking through the mentals, but then also it seems like you're trying to detox from like, I know you do this on your Instagram too, like trying to detox from like phones and technology a little bit, right? And I feel like you get a lot of that in kombucha, right?
Yeah, no, I'm super into that, right? So it's like, I don't know. It's wondering that kombucha is like wondering what you're feeling like. Was what I'm feeling. Is this accurate? Like what's, I don't know. It's like, I'm not explaining myself very well, but it's like, what does healing feel like?
Yeah.
Well, jumping from attachment to attachment. Like, am I doing this thing right?
Right.
Somewhere in there.
I actually completely understand what you're saying. I get that for sure. Right. Yeah. That's interesting. I'm going to have to listen back to it now.
You weren't listening to the lyrics whenever you were.
Well, no, I was, but like, that's not the exact feel like I was getting from it, I guess. I don't know. But like, I want to listen back to it now after. It's always interesting,
right?
like hearing the artist talk about their music and their song, what they're going through or going, you know, for that particular piece of music, and then try to think through their lens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I almost don't like to be too specific with it as to not take away what someone else might hear.
Right.
Right. So
that was my point. we all have different things we're going through, right?
Exactly,
And
right.
you might feel
Yeah.
different listening to something that I might be thinking or feeling, right?
Yeah, I mean, cliche, but like take what you will from it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's art, right? Art is
Yeah.
everybody's.
It's your interpretation.
When you listen to something, though, do you like? Are you at the first time you listen to it? Are you actively listening to the words, or are you just kind of getting that feel? Then you go back and you listen through it again, and you get a little bit deeper into it, and you go back and get a little bit deeper. I mean, is that how it works in your brain, or are you already just like in there trying to interpret everything that's going on?
Oh man, that's a good question, man. I'm everything at once a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a words guy. I will try and tap into that, but I don't want to miss like the cymbal hit or whatever it might be.
Right.
So I'll know early on if I'm digging it though, if this feels right for where I am.
Yeah. Nice. Milky, I'm curious. So you've worked with a lot of musicians before, right? You've worked with a lot of artists, a lot of local musicians. Is there one beat that you've used in someone's song that is just like your absolute favorite? Like you finish it and you're like, this is the fucking one. Like this is that song.
Yeah, I would. So there's like 3 that are super distinct. 2 of them
Okay.
are Joe songs.
Okay.
Each One Teach One.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with that one. And then again, the brain fart. Kombucha is the one, the third.
Yeah.
The other Joe song, it's like the last song on the Just Off Experience. Might be called Straight Like That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. I think it's interesting. I feel like when, is it something that was your favorite before there was lyrics to it? Like you just loved the way it sounded?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. I like that.
Same question for you, Rookie. What's that favorite song?
Lyrically or beat wise?
Lyrically, yeah.
Oh, lyrically.
Yeah.
You know, I've been thinking about this recently, actually. So if you go back and listen to some of my earlier stuff, it was obvious that I was in a little bit of a worse off place. And listening to it a couple years down the road is like recently it blew my mind. Like, oh shit, that almost makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Which I've heard that before, but it's like, yeah. Lyrically, I got an old song called For What. Yeah. It's kind of
Why was that one your favorite?
the content of the song, man. It's I'm trying to think of the lyrics. It's just sort of questioning what's going on. It's kind of depressing, really, but some existential shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I can never stray too far from, because I think about that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that bring you back down to earth whenever you go back and listen to your old stuff? Like you just said, you were in a different like mind space at the time.
Yeah, I was mostly drunk. So it's wild. In some ways it feels like a different person, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was still me doing the music.
Right.
Now I'm just on like a different page, and it's still me doing the music. It's all pretty cool, right? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
here we are.
Yep.
Just in a different like are you grasping everything now? It's like all like coming together. It's like a lot better, like a lot better outcome whenever it comes to what you're putting out.
How do you mean?
Like
With
I mean,
outcome?
like the way we were talking earlier, and how much you've changed from like
yeah.
a couple years back and up until now what you're
Man,
writing.
I was having this conversation the other night with somebody. It's as an artist who was singing the blues, like back in the day, how much of that was purposefully like self-willed into existence because I thought it was supposed to be that way, right? Was it life imitating, or like what was I doing this on purpose?
Yeah.
But now I'm not in that. So it's been interesting to tap in on like a different wave where I'm not living the way I was. I'm a little healthier now.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's different. I almost have to work a little harder for it. I'm not living like fucking a Rolling Stone or some shit.
Yeah.
Get meditating in the morning when I wake up. It's different. So
That's
it's good.
That's great.
But I sad songs. So I want to, what I'm feeling, I want to dive into that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Some
Like
of
you
the
said,
best songs.
Feel what you're feeling.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Some of the best songs
Allow it.
around are sad songs, though. I mean, a lot of music's all about sadness.
Man, writing a happy song would depress me.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
Why?
love minor chords. What do you yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I could feel that.
What what
Because it just sounds better. That's why.
you feel it more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. I don't know what a happy song is.
Well, I have a question for both of you. This is like not off topic. Dream venues. Like what are your dream venues that you want to perform at?
Red Rocks.
Hell
For
yeah.
sure.
I love that place. Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
And the sound is absolutely amazing.
The first time I ever went, I didn't get to go in, but it was for a Fish concert. We were just there to go hike and walk to go look at the amphitheater, and just like seeing all those people that been there for like 4 days camping out waiting for Fish to get there. It's like, all right, yeah, this is a vibe.
Yeah.
Shit, I gotta second that. Or man. Like an old dive, New York City.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like was
Like CBGB.
Remember CBGBs?
Yeah.
They're not around.
No.
But yeah.
Webster Hall or
Oh,
something
dude,
like that.
yeah. Oh, fuck it, Madison Square Garden. Nah,
Yeah,
but
oh,
yeah.
man, MSG.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. So, kind of conversely, what is it's not venue, but like, what is the best show that you have been a part of? Like, your favorite show, you got off stage and you're like, fuck, I killed that shit. Like, that was such a good show.
Oh, I'm gonna take it back to that Tulip show.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh,
it
man,
was.
bomb.
Yeah,
such
it
a
was
good
our.
show.
That was our first one, right?
That was our first one together.
And the turnout
Yeah.
was crazy. Like I couldn't fucking believe it.
That was your first one together?
I was just,
I would not have guessed that.
just
Yeah.
walking around like
Wow.
for real. And someone said there was like a line out the door. Like what? Yeah, I'm still like grateful for that.
Cool.
Milky?
Same for you. Milky?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely agree.
Yeah.
Hands down. South by was right there with it though. That was
wild.
That one was pretty amazing. Yeah.
Just to say that you're a part of South by, which I know, I feel like it is definitely a music thing, but like, you at South by, like you just say it. It's like, oh shit, I was there. I did this thing.
Yeah, big shout out to Tom and here
yeah,
Fort
man.
Worth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the whole group.
The whole team did the thing out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Treated the artists like stars. Like they
Absolutely.
made the artists really feel good about themselves, like across the board every night. It was, yeah.
Hey, y'all are stars. I'm not trying to blow smoke up your bums or nothing, but y'all are
Your bums.
I'm trying to be proper.
And they brought us down, the same for us. Like they hooked it up. I mean, the whole event, it was just such the best. It was like one of the best weekends of my life.
Yeah,
I think. It was
just
so
incredible. Like wow. Yeah, I was super grateful for that. Still, I declare Tom Martin's the patron saint of Fort Worth music.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
I mean, put it in writing. Man.
Yeah.
You can walk on water. Kendrick walked down steps over there at the water gardens. So I mean,
He knew about it.
He's doing the damn thing. He's just doing work. The city's growing, and y'all are growing with it. And I love to see that. Like I said a couple weeks back when Lou was on, I never knew that we had such talent here in Fort Worth until, like, of course, you see Lou and you see Joe and you see you guys and you see Ernie and Godbold and Junior and all the guys. Everyone. If I left someone, I left a lot of people out.
Tons.
But my God, like I had no idea.
Until we started doing this,
cool,
really.
yeah.
Like when we started seeing the talented musicians that we have in the city, it's absolutely bonkers
And
what we've
it's
got available.
It's a treat to have you guys on, as well as like the other Fort Worth artists, because I told them before, I'm like, dude, if we had never started this, I would still be here not doing shit, buying shoes and like sucking at life. And now like I'm able to meet y'all and like love my city more for what we have. And it's
Well, dude, like to turn it around on y'all, man. Like what y'all are doing is special, right?
Oh, appreciate that, man.
To give us like the platform, to give Joe the platform, to give Lou like to come in here and discuss what we put a lot of thought into, and y'all are listening and asking like that. That feels good, so it's really appreciated. I appreciate y'all.
I'll tell you what, like
We
Chad,
appreciate that.
he's
We just
been
wanna
wanting
hang
to
out.
have you
I just want to hang out.
for y'all too, especially for Chad and for like when we had Joe in, and it's the same thing. Like Chad's been just advocating so much, and it's awesome. And I'm so happy that y'all are here. I couldn't be any happier and to be in this space with you guys. And
Yeah.
Likewise, y'all.
Appreciate y'all coming out. So where can people find y'all on social media? What concerts do you have coming up? Like we talked about the album that's coming out here this Friday, but what else is coming up with you both?
What is that, July 29th? July 29th, yeah.
29th.
We'll be in Dallas.
Double check.
Okay.
We'll be at Dallas at Trees with
nice.
with Avery,
Avery will.
our guy Johnny B,
The Sons of Leo.
Leo Sons, yeah.
Leo Sons.
Who else is on there? Cure for Paranoia.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're bringing Leo Son and Cure for Paranoia to
Yeah,
Lola's.
July 29th.
July 29th
July
at Lola's.
29th at
That's
Trees.
Trees. Okay.
And then Lola's at the end of August.
August 20th, I want to say.
I think it's the 20th too.
Shit,
Yeah,
my birthday.
that's what's getting me like because it's 2 months and they're both 20 days. So I'm like, all right, 20th, 29th. But yeah, I think it's the 29th July. And
It'd be a good
20th
birthday
August.
present to go see these guys at Lola's.
And where can they find your music at?
All those
Like
places.
all the
man.
places,
all
right?
Those,
All
all those places.
Spotify, iTunes, or Apple Music, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, all the things.
Bandcamp,
MySpace?
Kazaa, yeah.
Yeah.
Bear Share, LimeWire.
And then on social media
Washed Up Rookie.
at Washed Up Rookie.
Yeah.
Milky Beatz with a Z.
Man, that's easy. No hashtag, underscore, dollar sign, anything. Just straight to it.
No one else wanted these names.
Well, man, again, thank you all so much for coming. This has been great talking to you both.
Thank you guys.
It was really cool coming in the studio last week, too. So thank you for letting me have that opportunity.
Man, anytime.
Anytime.
Thank y'all.
But hope you all have enjoyed it on YouTube. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. July 15th, we are going to be having TFP 100 at Panther Island Brewing. Do not forget, please be there. We'd love to see you. That's the next episode. That is episode 100. So we're not going to be here next Tuesday. We'll be live from Panther Island Brewing next Friday on July 15th. Thank you for hanging out with us. Follow us on social media at The Funky Panther. All of this is going to be at thefunkypanther.com. Stay good, everybody. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Tim.
And we are
The Funky Panther!
Stay good, yo.
Okay, bye.
Depending on my mood, I got a bad habit or two. I'm not the same dude I was however many moons ago. Yeah, depending on my mood, I'm so sensitive, I know. Yeah, blame it on my stars, I know. If it'll get me off the hook for my bad behavior. When you're feeling kinda blue, remember you've been through so much shit before you thought was gonna kill you. Yeah. Depending